Call off the strike or we will freeze your salaries. These are the words of government to striking polytechnic teachers and university lecturers. Both POTAG and POTAG want their book and research allowance arrears. Joy News checks reveals that government is considering petitions from concerned citizens who want government to stop paying the salaries of the polytechnic teachers who have been on strike. If you're thinking this will trigger POTAG, who's been on the longest strike, to call it off, check this. The Polytechnic Teachers Association of Ghana says it has nothing to say if government decides to freeze salaries of striking POTAG members. I'm joined over the telephone by President of the association James Dugra. James, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you, my sister.
Well, I'm very well. I don't trust you too well, so I'm not going to ask. Now, while you say you have nothing to say to government, I also know that you have been in a meeting over this matter. Tell us what's come up.
We have not met on the, formally they've not communicated anything to us that our salaries are going to be freezed.
Okay.
In the papers and then in the air. But formally, we have not gotten any communication yet.
Right, James, I'm sorry, I didn't get that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm saying that we have not officially been informed. It's in the papers and then in the air. So we are yet to receive.
And so when you say that you have nothing to say, exactly how do you mean?
Well, what we want to say is that with our hands barely now, we cannot say anything. And if we are going to work with petitions or the laws to, address conditions of service of workers, that's okay.
It's okay for government to freeze your salaries. That's what you're saying?
No, I say it's okay for that action. If we are going to deal with conditions of service of workers through petitions, then we set aside the laws. Then we as POTAG, government is our employer. We cannot force government.
Now, James, the understanding I'm getting from this matter is the fact that the fact that the High Court had indicated a compulsory arbitration meant that you couldn't be on the strike anymore.
Well, the issue is that it's not POTAG who is going to constitute the compulsory arbitration. So this one, we have not got much to say there. So that one, we leave it to the national level.
But does it mean that you shouldn't be on the strike anymore?
You see?
Does it mean that from the time that ruling was read to date, you're not supposed to be on the strike anymore? That's what the compulsory arbitration means, or?
But it has not been, what do you call it? It has not commenced yet. If it commenced, then you can't be on strike.
But the ruling has been given.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. The process of the arbitration has not started. And we were there on 2 occasions and we were turned down.
So you do agree when government says that, I mean, from that point on, your salaries won't be paid?
Well, I'm saying that we don't want to go into detail, but when we get there, then we are going to look at the provisions within the National Labour Act, 651.
Very well. Let's get into the outcome of your meeting. Share with us.
Which meeting?
Well, I understand that there was a meeting earlier today.
Yesterday, no, we were not.
No, earlier today. I mean, POTAG members have been meeting.
No. We are yet. We gave ourselves a time to come and meet. So that does not. It's a time we gave to ourselves, and it's within this week.
I see. What action would we see you take?
Well, we gave ourselves 2 weeks to go and then rethink, and then we meet again. So that is why we are gunning towards.
I'm sorry, James, I didn't get that.
I say we gave ourselves some 2 weeks to go and then, reconvene again as Congress to see the way forward.
I see. We'll leave it here for now. Thank you very much, James. We've been talking to James Dugra. James Dugra is president of POTAG. Kwame Amponsa is with Janus. He's joined me over the telephone. Hello, Kwame.
Hello, Ken.
So you've been having a meeting on this matter?
Yes. We are waiting for the POTAG Congress. Hitherto they told us it will be on Wednesday. So we are also hoping to convene a meeting on Thursday and then decide on the outcome. And then we'll be informed by the decision POTAG will take on Wednesday.
What do you think about the freeze of salaries for POTAG members?
Oh, well, I will look at that intervention from two angles. If we are to consider it on the surface and on the grounds of morality, one will support government that you have been home for 3 months and you continue to take salaries. We may side with you from the beginning because at that time your employer had indicated that you were not going to be paid for this year. But what is the current position now? Now, the same quarters that announced that you are not going to be paid, for which reason you embarked on the strike, has come out to amend this stance. And processes have even begun. So why are you still home? So if it...
Kwame, according
Hello?
to James, that process you talk about has not begun.
Well, what I know that maybe Mr. James may want to deny is that the National Council for Tertiary Education has written to the Ministry of Finance indicating that the payment for this year is due. And so they are requesting for the dollar rate that should be sent to the institutions for the calculation. And ask Mr. Dugra, if that is not the very letter that commences the process every year, I have a copy of that I went to retrieve from the National Council for Tertiary Education. So it is up to POTAG to come out to deny whether that very letter is not the letter that commences the process every year. So that is the point. If now there is a shift from of government's position and POTAG is still on strike, then it creates an impression that POTAG finds so much incentive in the strike that they have embarked on. And now there's a shift from what really the issues are to what really the feelings of POTAG is.
And so you're going to wait for their Congress to take your next line of action?
Yes, but before then we have also sent an appeal to them for consideration at their Congress. So we are waiting to see how they will treat our appeal. And then we will also convene to take a decision on that.
Well, thank you very much, Kwame, for your time. Kwame Amponsa is coordinating secretary for the Ghana National Union of Polytechnic Students. We've been talking about the impasse between government and the Polytechnic Teachers Association of Ghana. They are yet to go to Congress, POTAG that is, to take a decision on their next move as government is calling for an end to the strike, or they should expect a freeze of their salaries. Now, the Polytechnic teachers have been striking over unpaid book and research allowances. We'll bring you an update on that matter in subsequent broadcasts.